He follows you into the bathroom, doesn't he? Can't be alone for 30 seconds without falling apart. That Velcro glued to your leg thing is half the reason there's pee on your floor right now. Because this isn't a stubbornness problem. Your German Shorthaired Pointer might be one of the fastest learning dogs on the planet, and you're still cleaning up accidents. That gap drives owners nuts. But he's not being stubborn, I promise you that. The dog's just wired a certain way, and that wiring is the whole story. Generic puppy advice, the stuff you've already tried probably, doesn't touch it. This is GSP specific, top to bottom, because that's the only kind that works on this dog. So, 3 things. 1, he loves you so hard that you leaving the room reads as a crisis, and crisis comes out as a puddle. 2, he's got a coat like tissue paper and 0 fat, so a cold, wet morning turns the backyard into his personal nightmare and your rug into the backup plan. 3, he's a working dog with a working dog's engine, and all that drive has to go somewhere. Better a routine than your hallway. Get those right, and honestly, this breed moves fast. Lean into how smart he is instead of fighting how intense he is, and you're looking at weeks, not months. I'll give you the actual tactics, not theory. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's why you actually lucked out with this breed, even if it doesn't feel like it at 6 a.m. with a paper towel in your hand. Your GSP was built to work right next to a person all day long. Read your face, take a cue, adjust, keep going. That was the job, which means he's already watching you, already trying to figure out what you want. And that right there is the whole game in potty training. Most dogs, you're teaching them to pay attention first. Yours already is. He'll grab the cause and effect part fast, too. Pee outside, good stuff happens. 2-3 reps and the light bulb's on. So make the reps count. Pick 1 potty word, go potty, whatever, I don't care. Just pick it and don't change it. And say it right as he starts going. Then, the second he's done, mark it and pay up. Not back inside. Not 30 seconds later, right there, in the grass. And pay well. This is not a dog you bribe with a stale biscuit. He's food mad, play mad, so a hunk of chicken or a quick toss of a toy lands way harder than a milk bone. Use that. Now, the catch. Fast learner cuts both ways. He picks up behind the couch works fine, just as quick as he picks up the yard. Couple accidents you didn't catch, and congrats, that's a habit now. And never yell. There's a soft dog under all that muscle. Come down hard on him, and he just shuts off, gets nervous, pees more. So keep his brain busy, keep the reps short and happy, and let the smart work for you instead of against you. You've heard the rule, 1 hour of holding it per month of age. 3-month pup, 3 hours. It's fine as a starting point, but your GSP's gonna make a liar out of that chart, at least early on. Why? Because a puppy of this breed does not sit still. Ever. All that motion speeds everything up. Food moves through faster, the bladder fills faster, and your 3-hour dog suddenly needs out in 90 minutes. So with a young GSP, I run shorter than the chart says. Take the number, knock it down, give yourself a buffer. Now, the good news, 'cause there is some, raise this dog up, keep him in shape, and you land an athletic adult who can hold it like a champ. Better than a lot of those couch potato breeds, honestly. Same engine that made him a leaky mess as a baby gives him real control once he's grown. But, and this is the bit people miss, he drinks like a fish after a hard run. Big workout, big water, big pee about 20 minutes later. So the second you're back from a real session, he goes out. Don't even sit down. Same deal with excitement. Hard play flips a switch, and now it's an emergency. Build the potty break into the cool down. The water bowl itself, leave it down most of the day. That's totally fine. Just maybe don't let him chug half a gallon right before bed or the crate. And look, a big bladder is not the same as holding it. The capacity is the body. The holding it, that's the habit you build. So you still build it, especially these first few months. You can't pee alone in your own house anymore, can you? Your GSP's right there, nose pressed to the door, every single time. That's the breed. These dogs were bred to work shoulder to shoulder with a person all day, and they bonded hard for it. Velcro dogs, people call them. It's accurate. Now watch where this goes. A lot of what owners bring me as, he's just not house trained, it's not that at all. The dog's trained fine. He just falls apart when you leave. So you come home to a puddle, you think, great, back to square one. You're not. What you've got is an anxiety problem wearing a potty problem costume. How do you tell them apart? Look at the timing. Anxiety accidents cluster around you leaving or the stretch right after, and they bring friends. Chewed baseboards, pacing, whining, a crate that's soaked with drool, not just pee. A plain training gap is random. Anxiety runs on a schedule. So, crate first. But I mean a real den. Fed in, introduced slow, never slammed shut as punishment. Then exercise, and I cannot say this part loud enough. A GSP that's genuinely drained sleeps right through your absence. A bored one redecorates. Hard run before you walk out the door, every time. Build the alone time up in tiny doses, minutes, not hours. Don't make a big teary production of leaving or coming home. It just spikes them up. And leave something good behind. A stuffed chew, a puzzle feeder, an old shirt that smells like you. Give the worry somewhere to go. Run your hand down your GSP's back. Feel that? There's almost nothing there. No fluff, no undercoat, none of that insulation other breeds get. Just one thin layer of hair over skin and ribs. Looks great on him. Does absolutely nothing when it's 20 degrees out. So when it's cold, your dog actually feels it. Way more than the husky down the street who's out rolling in the snow like it's a spa day. Rain and wind, same story. He wants no part of it. Your GSP hits that open back door, feels the air, and goes, nope, and I don't blame him. Here's how that wrecks your potty progress. He goes out, he's miserable, so he rushes, squats for half a second, doesn't really empty, bolts back to the warm room, and 20 minutes later, there's your puddle, right by the fire, naturally. And before you call him stubborn, look at him. The shivering, the hunched up back, the paw he keeps lifting off the cold ground. Read it for what it is. The dog's uncomfortable, genuinely physically cold. So a winter that should be quiet turns into puddles, regression, you swearing he forgot everything he ever knew. He didn't. He's just freezing, which we can fix. Okay, so fixes, real ones. First, get the dog a coat. A proper insulated one that fits, not some novelty thing with a hood. And I know, you didn't sign up for dressing your dog. Get over it. Think of it less as an outfit and more as gear, same as your own jacket. Honestly, the coat's the fix people resist hardest, and it's the one that works fastest. With the coat on, he'll step outside. Without it, he plants his feet and stares at you till you give up. Give him somewhere decent to go to, covered, blocked from the wind, and for the love of God, shovel a patch clear. He's not going to wait through a foot of snow to do his business. Would you? Don't just open the door and send him into the dark alone. Stand out there, stay upbeat, make it a thing you're doing together. And the second he finishes, party. treats, big voice, right then. You're paying him for speed. This is where a "go potty" cue earns its keep. Put it on a word and you can cut a freezing trip down to a minute. Road salt out? Look at booties or a little paw balm. Salt burns and sore feet make him cut the trip short. And just go when it's warmest. Midday sun. Work with the day you've got. You think you've got a potty problem. I'd put money on it being an exercise problem that's just showing up on your floor. With a short hair, those two are basically the same sentence. The potty schedule and the exercise schedule aren't separate things for this dog. They're one thing wearing two hats. Look, this is a working breed, a tireless one, built to run all day behind a hunter and not break a sweat. And when you under-exercise a dog like that, the energy doesn't just go away. It turns into restlessness, pacing, then anxiety. And a wound-up, anxious dog has accidents. Simple as that. Okay, so the anchor times. Everybody knows them. First thing in the morning, after meals, after naps, after play, right before bed. Universal. But your dog needs them sharpened. Morning's the big one. Your short hair wakes up with a full bladder and a full tank of energy, both at once, and you've got to drain both. So I want a real morning session. Not a walk. Well, not just a walk. A run, a hard fetch game, something that actually moves the dog. Potty first, then burn it down. And hard exercise moves things through fast. So right after every run, every fetch session, every training game, out he goes, right after. Don't wait on it. Feeding, put it on a clock. Same times every day. What goes in on a schedule, comes out on a schedule. And your dog eats more than the breed books say, because he's working harder. So that output shows up quicker than you'd think. Puppies, more often. Match the trips to that little metabolism running flat out. Then you stretch the gaps, slow, as the adult bladder catches up. Now, the part people skip, brain work, training reps, puzzle toys, scent games. A short hair that's been run but not thought isn't actually tired. He'll still be too keyed up to hold anything. Write it down. Trips, accidents, all of it, for a couple weeks. The pattern shows up. Then you build the routine around what's actually in front of you, not what some chart says. Tired body, tired brain, same clock every day. That's a house-trained short hair. The crate is the best tool you've got for housebreaking this dog. It's also the fastest way to mess him up. Same box, depends entirely on how you use it. Start with why it works. Dogs don't love to soil where they sleep, and your short hair really doesn't. So the crate's a genuine bladder control tool, not a cage, a tool. But size it right. Your puppy's growing into a 45 to 70 pound dog, and fast. So buy one crate with a divider and slide the panel back as he grows. Just enough room to stand, turn around, lie down. That's it. Give him extra space and he'll claim a corner for a bathroom, and you've trained the opposite. Now, where it gets tricky with this breed, your short hair's a Velcro dog, bonded to you to the edge of separation anxiety. So if the crate turns into the place you shut him away from you, it backfires. Anxious soiling, barking that won't quit, which is why I want that crate somewhere social. Your bedroom at night especially. He should read it as resting near his people, not getting dumped. And give him real bedding. That short single coat means he gets cold easy. No fluff, no padding on him. A cold, bare crate is one he'll fight. A warm one he'll sink into. The crate only works on a tired dog, though. Shove a short hair full of unburned energy in a box and you get frantic whining, not calm holding. Exercise first, every time. The rhythm's simple, and he's bright enough to grab it quick. Crate between trips. Out.
Straight to the spot, he goes big reward, and never use it as punishment. For a dog this sensitive, that one move poisons the whole thing. Overnight, the instinct's strong, but a baby bladder's a baby bladder. Figure an hour per month of age. 3 months old, 3 hours. Don't expect a miracle out of him. Do this right, and the crate's just temporary scaffolding. Pretty soon, he wanders in on his own, looking for a quiet spot that's his. He's standing dead still in the middle of the yard, one paw up, staring at a bush like it owes him money. And you're waiting for him to pee. He's not going to. Because the second your short hair hits the grass, the nose comes on, and go potty gets shoved straight to the bottom of the list. Birds, squirrels. A leaf that moved wrong, a scent trail only he can smell. And he'll get so locked onto that, so deep in tracking mode, he forgets the whole reason you came out. Then he comes in, and 10 minutes later, on your rug, it suddenly comes back to him. So, early potty trips, short leash. I mean it. You physically take away his ability to launch into a full hunt, and keep two things separate in his head, the potty trip and the play and sniff trip. The yard isn't an open field every time that door opens. Use one cue. Go potty. Say it before the nose wins, not after. You're trying to grab his focus first. Take him out when it's quiet, low bird activity, fewer things to set him off. And the second he finishes, reward him. Right then, before he can bolt after something. You're paying for the pee, not the chase. One more. A long walk doesn't guarantee an empty dog. If he's spent it locked onto a scent, he'll happily hold it the whole way and unload the minute he's home. Days. That's all it takes most of the time. You hang a bell on the door, your pointer works out that ring equals out faster than just about any dog I deal with, and you end up a little stunned it actually worked. Because this dog's whole thing is reading you, wanting the job. So cause and effect, bell rings, door opens, clicks for a GSP almost embarrassingly fast. Beats you standing there guessing whether he needs to go. Okay, so the setup. Bells at nose height on your potty door, and every time, before the dog goes out, the nose or paw touches that bell first. No skipping it. Use the food drive, because this breed's got plenty. Guide the nose to the bell, mark it, open the door, walk straight to the spot. Now, everybody in the house does it the exact same way. I mean, everybody. A smart dog getting one rule from you and another from your kid is a dog that decides the bell means nothing. And this is where the brains bite back on you. Your GSP figures out, fast, that the bell doesn't just mean potty, it means outside. Grass, smells, squirrels, the good stuff. So he'll ring it because he's bored and wants to go hunt. I've watched it play out 100 times. You beat that by making the bell boring. Ring means leash, straight to the spot, nothing else. He goes, big reward. He doesn't, back inside, no recess, no sniff fest. The trip only pays out for the actual job. Treats heavy that first week while it sets, then fade them. The bell stays. For a dog this wired to talk to you, it's about as close as you'll get to him saying it out loud. A wired GSP cannot learn a thing. Doesn't matter how clever it is, and yours is clever. An under-exercised pointer physically can't hold still long enough to take in one lesson, potty training included. So before we touch technique, the tank comes down. Take a pent-up GSP outside, and it doesn't pee, it detonates. Zoomies, hunting, ripping the fence line, the whole joyful meltdown, and the bladder's the last thing on its mind. The energy comes off first, or nothing else lands. So you build a rhythm. real exercise, then a focused potty trip, then calm, crate or settle, in that order. And by real exercise, I mean running, fetch, structured stuff that actually drains the dog. Not a walk. A walk barely registers with a GSP. You'll come back in feeling accomplished, and the dog's looking at you like, that's it? Bonus, hard work gets the guts moving, so a good run usually shakes a bowel movement loose pretty soon after. Handy. Now you can predict the break. In my experience, a properly run dog crates quiet and holds it fine. A restless, wired one whines and leaks. That's your link to crate training right there. One catch: don't overtire and overwater right at bedtime. Satisfied, sure. Gulping a Balin before the overnight crate? No. And tire the brain too. Clever breed, the body alone won't cut it. A bit of training, a puzzle feeder, whatever makes him think. Body and brain. That's a GSP that'll actually switch off and work with you. So don't file exercise under separate from potty training. It's the floor the whole thing stands on. Yell at a German Shorthaired Pointer, and you can undo a month of work in about 4 seconds. I mean it. These dogs look like tough little hunting machines, and they are, but underneath, they're soft, sensitive. They read your tone, your mood, the temperature of the whole room. So the old school nose rubbing, the scruffing, the yelling at the puddle, none of it works. And on a dog this soft, it tears down trust fast and leaves a mark that doesn't fade. Those outdated methods can make a GSP genuinely afraid of you, which is the opposite of what we want. Now, the practical disaster: punish a pointer for going inside, and he doesn't learn don't go inside. He learns don't let her see me do it. So he starts sneaking off, behind the couch, in the spare room, to potty where you can't catch him. You've traded an open problem for a hidden one. And the bond that makes this breed so easy to train in the first place, that's what you're spending. There's a spiral, too. Stress causes accidents. Accidents bring more stress. On and on. So flip it. Reward the second he goes in the right spot. This dog wants to please you so badly, it's almost sad. And it learns fastest chasing your praise. Use that. Catch him mid-squat, call him interrupt, get him outside, done. After the fact, drop it. He cannot link your anger to something he did 10 minutes ago. He just can't. Clean it with an enzyme cleaner, not your normal spray, or that nose marches him right back to the spot. And honestly, the accident was your missed cue, not his defiance. Patience is the whole strategy with this dog. That little squirt on the table leg, that's not your training falling apart, I promise. Marking and peeing are two different things, and if you treat them the same, you'll lose your mind chasing a problem that isn't the one you think it is. Your GSP comes from a long line of confident, territorial gun dogs, and an intact male marking is him doing his job, staking a claim. He hasn't forgotten anything. Here's how you tell them apart. Marking is small, a few drops. He lifts his leg, aims at something vertical, a chair, a bag, the new thing you just brought home. A real accident is a puddle, flat on the floor. Full bladder, sorry about that. Different animal. And look, your dog is nosy. New house, a buddy's dog visits, you buy a couch, and suddenly he's redecorating. Predictable. So, belly band indoors while you train, not forever, just to break the habit. Neutering? Talk to your vet about timing for a big athletic dog like this. It can dial the marking down, but if he's been at it a while, honestly, don't expect a miracle. Watch him. The second that leg twitches up, interrupt. Get him outside. And clean with an enzymatic cleaner, not whatever's under your sink. He can smell the old spot. You can't. He can. Miss a spot, he remarks it. The longer he practices, the deeper it sets. Move now.
Your dog runs you into the ground and then drinks half the bowl. That's not a quirk. That's most days. So you need a system, not a hope. And most owners I see are running on hope. Okay, so hard exercise. He comes in panting, gulps a ton of water, and now his bladder fills fast. Quick, there's a window, and it's tighter than you think. But the sneaky part? While he's running, adrenaline shuts the urge right off. He seems completely fine. Then he flops down, the engine cools, and bam, he's gotta go, now. So lock in an order: exercise, water, potty, in that sequence every time, before he sets one paw back inside or into the crate.
Swimming's its own thing. A soaked GSP barreling through your living room is just an accident waiting for a place to happen. Towel him off, potty break, then in. And the cold water itself, that can set the whole thing off too. Something about the chill kicks the system. Don't fight it, use it. One more. He's gonna crash hard after all that. I mean, dead to the world out. Get the potty break in before he passes out, not after, because if you skip it, he wakes up an hour later absolutely desperate, and that's on you.
You want the one thing that fixes potty timing more than anything else? It's the bowl. Not the crate, not the schedule on the fridge. What goes in and when. This dog has a fast engine and a big appetite, and what goes in on a clock comes out on a clock. So kill the free feeding, right now. Food sitting out all day means you're guessing where his potty times are, and with a dog this high output, guessing is how you end up with surprises. 2-3 set meals. Done. There's a reflex. Food hits the stomach, the bowels get the memo. For your dog, figure 15-30 minutes after a meal, and he's gotta go. So that's your window. Build the break around it. Now, careful here. This is a deep-chested breed, which means bloat's a real risk. Don't run him hard right before or right after he eats, which honestly shapes your whole day. Feed, settle, then exercise, and potty fits in around all of it. Water. He drinks like a fish after a run, so let him. But ease off in the evening. Don't dry him out, just taper, so his bladder is not full at 2 a.m. And the last meal? Early enough that he's fully empty before bed.
One more thing people miss. Switch his food and you get loose stool, and you cannot time a runny dog. Keep it consistent, keep it good. And the treats. This breed will work for food all day, so they add up. Count them, or your timing and his waistline both go sideways. And the puppies, they eat more often, 3-4 times a day when they're small, and that tapers as they grow. Your potty schedule has to follow the meals down. Routine feeds this dog's head as much as his stomach. He likes the clock. Use it.
Watch your dog after a real run. He doesn't wind down, he just drops. 1 second he's a tornado, next he's a puddle on the floor, breathing like he got shot. That crash is a German Shorthair thing, and at night it's the best gift you'll get and the trap that wrecks your potty training all at once. The trap is the sleep itself. It's deep, it's hard, and it masks the early signals. A normal dog stirs and gives you a little warning. Yours sleeps right through it, till he doesn't. Then he's awake and frantic and already half going, so you beat him to it. Rule of thumb, about an hour of holding per month of age. 3-month pup, 3 hours, roughly. Set an alarm. Don't wait for the whine. By the time a crashed-out GSP whines, you're already late. Before bed, run a tight routine. A last bit of play to take the edge off, final potty trip, and cut the water an hour or so out. Same order, every night. Predictable. Crate helps. They've got a den instinct. But size it right. Stand up, turn around, that's it. Too much room and he'll pee in one corner, sleep in the other. The coat, it's short, barely any insulation. A cold crate makes your dog restless, and a restless dog can't settle and can't hold it. Warm bedding, I mean it. And they're Velcro dogs. First few nights, crate goes next to your bed. Because that whining isn't always let me out. Sometimes it's I'm alone and dying. Learn the two. The pee whine climbs, sharp, urgent. The lonely one, softer, fades if you sit tight. Answer one, ride out the other. Then stretch the intervals slow as he grows. Don't force it. And a dog who got real work during the day sleeps harder, holds longer. So the exercise is the strategy. To your dog, outside doesn't mean go potty. It means hunt, run, find the thing in the bushes. This is a breed built to range across fields all day, and you can't just switch that off because you'd like him to pee real quick. So you take him somewhere big, and his whole brain lights up. The nose takes over, the prey drive takes over, and peeing drops to the bottom of the list. He forgets. Then you bring him in, the excitement drains, and that's the second he remembers. On your floor. Split the two jobs. One potty spot in the yard, one cue word. Same spot, same word every time. So there's a clear where before any fun starts. And the rule is potty first, then play. Non-negotiable. Business gets done in the boring yard, and only then does the field unlock. Because a smart GSP, and yours is, figures out fast that if the field's the good stuff, holding it makes the good stuff last. So he holds, accidents later, which is why the reward has to be the field. He goes, you mark it, and the release to run and sniff and retrieve comes right after. Peeing's the thing that unlocks the adventure. Yards for business and a little play, fields earned. And that scent-marked spot, it pulls him back into potty mode, even when everything else is screaming chase. I'll be straight with you. A German Shorthaired Pointer is one of the worst breeds you could have picked for apartment living. Not the worst, but close. And whether potty training works here has almost nothing to do with the apartment, and everything to do with how you make up for it. Because the accidents you're getting, they're not your dog being dumb. They're a dog with a full tank of energy and nowhere to put it, so it leaks out as anxiety and accidents. The exercise plan is the potty plan, same thing. No yard means more trips, scheduled tight. And the elevator, the stairs, the long hallway, that's time your puppy's bladder doesn't have. So with a young one, you carry him all the way out. Don't make him walk in hope. Pads? Backup only. A big athletic dog gets confused by them, and they should never become the plan. And forget the balcony. These dogs jump and climb, and a balcony's a real safety risk, not a shortcut. If he's an intact male, the shared hallways are loaded with other dog scent, and he'll want to mark every inch. Watch for that. Inside, you work the brain hard. Nose work, puzzle feeders, training games. Drain the energy that'd otherwise show up as a puddle. Map your fastest door to grass route. Keep the leash, shoes, keys staged by the door. Nobody ever fixed this with more square footage. You fix it with consistency and a flat-out exhausted dog. Germany, 1800s. Somebody wanted one dog that could do the whole job. Point the bird, track it through the woods, swim out and bring it back. Land, water, didn't matter. That's what they built, and that's the thing asleep on your couch. So what did that bake in? Stamina that won't quit. A nose that runs the show, real smarts, and this is the part that helps you, bidability. Fancy word.
It just means he wants to take direction from you. He's wired to work close, check in, read what you want, which is why a GSP picks up a potty routine fast, as long as you give him one to pick up. He's not a do-his-own-thing dog. He wants a job and he wants a boss. That's the Velcro thing people go on about. He's stuck to you because he was built that way. Use it. That eagerness to please is the best tool you've got, and honestly, most owners waste it. Now the flip side. Same nose, same drive, same need for work. That's exactly what hands you accidents. He gets bored, gets distracted, forgets he came outside to pee, and a dog bred to cover half a county does not naturally go, "Ah yes, this corner of the yard, my spot." His instinct is the opposite. So when he looks confused about where to go, he genuinely is. None of this is stubbornness. It's a working dog doing working dog stuff. Get the why, and the stubborn melts into something you can predict and train. Your dog was clean for 3 weeks, and now he's peeing on the rug again, and you figure he forgot everything. He didn't forget anything. He's bored out of his mind, and this is him telling you. That's the #1 reason a trained GSP suddenly regresses. Not a training hole, a needs hole. Energy he's not burning has to go somewhere. It turns into anxious, jittery restlessness, comes out as accidents, chewed baseboards, marking. So how do you tell a bored accident from a real training gap? Easy. The dog who never learned doesn't know the rules. This dog knows them cold and breaks them anyway because something's missing. That's not confusion. That's a signal. And because he's Velcro, bonded to you to a ridiculous degree, leaving him alone too long does it too. Separation hits this breed hard. It puddles on your floor. The number that scares people? 1 to 2 hours of hard exercise a day. Plus, not a stroll. Skimp on it and you'll see it on the carpet. And the body's only half of it. Give his nose a job too. Scent games, puzzle feeders, hide his food, run training drills. For this breed, mental work counts as much as the run does. Honestly, some days more. A tired GSP is a clean GSP. Burn the energy and half your problem walks out the door with him. The crate manages him. It doesn't exercise him. Don't confuse the two. So when your trained dog starts leaking, don't ask what he forgot. Ask what he's missing. Here's the thing nobody tells you about this breed. That needy, glued to your leg quality you maybe find a little much, that's your golden ticket for potty training. A GSP lives to please you. Aloof breeds make you earn it. Yours is begging to be told he did good, which means your voice is a tool, a big one. For this dog, an honest, yes, good boy, in that bright, thrilled tone can land as hard as a treat, sometimes harder, because he's reading your face the whole time, hunting for your approval. He wants it bad. But you've got to time it. The second he finishes going outside, the second you mark it. This is a quick-wired dog. Wait till he's back inside and waggling at the door, and he's got no idea what you're happy about. Mark it the moment it happens, every time. Now play to his engine. He's got prey drive and play drive for days, so pair the praise with a little release. A few seconds of tug, toss a bumper. For an athletic dog like this, a burst of play after he goes lands way harder than another cookie. And don't lean only on cookies. A working GSP will get treat-obsessed, or fat, or both. Balance the food with the praise he's actually wired to crave. Give him a cue too. Go potty, hurry up, whatever. Say the same thing every time. And bonus, that cue becomes a real command later, out in the field or at a rest stop on a road trip. Same logic flips after an accident. You don't scold. You just go quiet. No party. For a dog this tuned to you, the missing celebration says plenty. One warning, that eagerness can spill over into frantic. Keep potty trips happy but short, or he winds himself up. And go out with him. Don't just crack the door. Standing there with him makes it the shared little event this dog wants it to be.
"1 hour per month of age, +1. That's the rule everybody quotes, and for most dogs it's fine. For your short hair, it's a starting point that's going to lie to you, because this is a big, fast-growing, high-octane dog with a metabolism that runs hot and a water bowl they treat like a personal challenge. So let's talk real numbers. 8-10 weeks, every 1 to 2 hours, awake, no stretching it. 3-4 months, you've got maybe 3 hours in daylight. 4 to 6 months, that creeps up fast because they're growing fast. Call it 4 or 5 hours. 6 months and up, most can hold a solid stretch. Capacity climbs quick with their size, quicker than a smaller breed. But here's what trips people up. Your GSP drinks like an athlete and pees like one. An active pup ripping around the yard? That dog needs to go more than some calm couch breed the same age. Same number on the calendar, totally different bladder. And this is the part owners miss. A short hair that hasn't been exercised can't settle and can't hold it. The pent-up energy and the bladder, they're wired together. Tire the dog out and holding it gets easier. I'm not kidding. Overnight, a well-run pup sleeps hard, but in the early weeks, you're still setting an alarm. Their size grows, sure, but it doesn't catch up to how much they drink. One more thing, don't make holding it longer the goal. A working dog taught to overhold gets sore, gets UTIs. We'll come back to that. And excitement? A walk coming, you walking in the door? That bladder forgets everything it knows. Plan around it. Field dog, couch dog, totally different animals. Out hunting, your GSP is bold, tough, doesn't flinch. Home with you, they're soft, sensitive. They read your face, which means the second you come down hard on an accident, you're not teaching potty training. You're teaching your dog that you're scary sometimes. So the old school stuff, rubbing their nose in it, yelling, all that, kill it, throw it out. All it does to a smart, sensitive dog is teach them to potty where you can't see, behind the couch, in the spare room. They didn't learn to hold it, they learned to hide. And this breed wants to please you so bad that if they feel you're disappointed, really disappointed, some of them just shut down, get anxious. So when you find a puddle, you go neutral, bored almost. Clean it up, move on. Regressions are normal, by the way, especially around 6 to 12 months when adolescence hits, or any stretch where the dog's understimulated. That's not spite. Your dog is not plotting against you. It's a phase. Catch one mid-accident, soft clap, and nothing dramatic, then outside fast. And when they finish out there, you throw a party. After a setback, you don't punish, you tighten up. Back to the schedule. Back to watching them close. This breed runs on routine plus encouragement, and honestly, the encouragement is the bigger half. Re-celebrate the wins like they're brand new, and a GSP's confidence bounces right back. And if it's a separation anxiety thing, stress puddles when you leave, correcting the puddle does nothing. You fix the anxiety. The puddle's just the symptom. Odds are decent your pup came from a breeder using pee pads or some indoor setup. Fine, except a GSP pup doesn't see a pad as a toilet. They see a toy. They'll shred it and drag it around the kitchen like a kill. So the pad becomes a problem with this breed. And look, fully outdoors is where you want to land anyway. This is a dog built to spend its whole life ranging around outside. Indoors was always temporary.
The move is gradual. Over a few days, you slide the pad closer to the door, then to the door, then just outside it. Slow. Then you lean on the drive. Pick one spot outside. Every time the same spot, use your cue. Go potty, whatever you've been saying. And when they go, you lose your mind with the praise. You want grass to pay better than the pad ever did. Now, the catch. In my experience, your GSP outdoors is basically a nose with legs. A bird, a smell, a leaf moving wrong, they're gone mentally. So early outdoor trips stay on leash, stay focused, and stay boring. No playing till the job's done. Once they're nailing it outside, the pads go. All of them. Leave one out and you've handed a clever dog a fallback. Oh, I can just go inside. Don't. Use the nose too. Same scented spot, same cue, every time. Not a new corner every trip. And the coat thing. Short hair means they feel cold and rain, and some pups will balk at it. So build the habit before winter if you can. Or in bad weather, keep the trip short and lay the praise on thick. Your dog's gonna spend more time in a truck than most dogs spend in a backyard. Hunts, field trials, the long haul to wherever the birds are. So the potty routine has to travel with you. Before you load up, potty on cue. Same word you built at home. Then every stop, every gas station, out he comes, say it again. Don't wait for him to ask. He won't. Here's what new ground does to them. They hit a field they've never smelled and either forget they own a bladder, too busy losing their mind over quail, or they go the other way and mark every third blade of grass like they pay taxes on it. Both are a problem. So you empty him out on purpose before any work starts. Every time. I don't care how eager he looks. Keep the kennel rules in the truck too. Same crate habits so he doesn't soil where he rides. And mid-hunt, he's drinking hard out there. Working dogs put away water, which means breaks during the day, not just at the ends of it. The routine goes where you go. Cue, reward, a beat of focus, travels fine. Summer's gonna mess with everything you built. So let me get you ready. A GSP runs hot, works hard, overheats fast. And when it's warm, he drinks. I mean really drinks. More water in, more water out. That's just plumbing. So expect more trips. That tidy schedule from spring, bump it up. The dog who held it 4 hours in April is asking it 3 in July. And he's not backsliding, he's hydrated. And the short coat doesn't save him. Looks like it should, doesn't. He still cooks during exercise, so half the time, a potty trip and a cool down are the same trip. Out to pee, out to stop panting like a freight train. Don't read the extra peeing as the training falling apart. It's the weather, that's all. Move your walks, early morning, late evening, when the ground isn't trying to kill him. He'll actually want to go out, which matters more than you'd think. Midday, on hot pavement, he rushes the whole thing just to get back to the AC. Find shade, find grass, give him a reason to take his time. And whatever you do, don't start rationing water to cut down on accidents. I've watched people try it. Dehydrate a working dog like this one, and you've bought yourself a worse problem. We'll get to that. Your GSP lives and dies by routine, and he bonds hard, which means the second your household stops agreeing, the dog's confused. And a confused GSP is a stressed dog, not a stubborn one. Big difference. So everybody uses the same word, the same one. Not go potty from you, hurry up from your partner, do your business from the kid. Pick the word, pick the reward marker, lock it. No personal flair, nobody special. Now, the Velcro thing. In my experience, they glue themselves to one person, usually. And if that's you, he might only signal you when he needs out. Great until you're at work and nobody else can read him. So spread the handling around. Everyone walks him. Everyone does outdoor trips. He learns to go for the whole crew, not just his favorite human. Write it down too. Feeding, water, potty times, stuck on the fridge. Because with a dog that drinks and pees this much, when the water goes in, tells you when it's coming back out. Track one, you predict the other. And the rules can't contradict each other. One person waving off an indoor pad while another loses it. He's smart enough to clock that, and smart enough to quit trying to figure you out. Kids, supervised, calm praise only. No shrieking parties at the back door. He's already a live wire. Don't light him up. And listen to him, all of you. The moment he signals and somebody ignores it is the moment he stops telling you. Okay, this one matters, so slow down with me. A working GSP holds it all day through a hunt because that's the job. And out in the field, he's burning water and not always putting it back. Hold it long, run a little dry. That's how you end up with a urinary tract infection. This breed's built for it. So know the signs. Suddenly, he's asking out constantly. He's straining, squatting, and barely anything comes. Maybe a little blood in it. He's grooming the area way more than usual. And the big one, a dog who had this nailed is suddenly having accidents indoors. That last one, listen to me. A well-trained GSP who starts peeing where he shouldn't isn't being bad. He's telling you something hurts. Punish that and you're punishing a sick dog for being sick. Don't. The water thing ties right back in. Dehydrated in the field, his urine concentrates. Infection moves in easy. Keep water on him out there. And stop asking him to hold it for marathon stretches. That habit working dogs have, part of the problem. Get to the vet. Bring a urine sample if you can. The good news? Once they actually diagnose it, a UTI is usually an easy fix. Could be other stuff too. Crystals, stones, especially if he's been drinking out of every pond and puddle. Or it's hormonal marking, nothing medical at all. The vet sorts that out. Track it, how often, what it looks like, and if it drags on or gets worse, that's not a video problem anymore. That's a vet one.